Hello, uh, welcome to this video tutorial. So we're going to show you how to use Amazon Web Services and Amazon Elastic Cloud Computing. So as you know, Amazon, they're offering these services they are basically selling computer resources on demand using their platform. And it is crazy, it's really affordable. This is a huge universe of actions, so I'm not going to show you everything, just the basic stuff, just to get you how to connect, launch an instance, and run some computations and some instance. So, but just to introduce you what you will find here. So as you see, these are the instance, okay, or the computing node. So as you see here, they have many options, okay. This is a galaxy of options, many computing nodes that they have available. So according to what you would like to do, you will choose one. And of course, each one have a price, but the prices are really affordable. So for instance, you see this one, general purpose. So these are, let's say, relatively small computing nodes. But as you go here, M4, and look at this one. You have a computing node with 64 virtual CPUs. Okay, remember that is the hyper-threading stuff. So you in reality will be using 32 physical cores. And most of the time, this is the one I use. I use it very often. You have 256 gigs of memory, so it's very powerful. And you have many more options. So these are optimized for computing HPC. So here you have less resources available, but the clock speeds are much higher. And just want to show you here, for instance, these crazy units here. So you have 128 processors and a lot of memory available. Okay, so it's up to you to choose the one that you want to use, play around, choose your best option. Most of the time, choose this one. And then just about the prices, because depending on the instance you use, you will pay a different price. So here also you have some pricing options, and you have two kinds of prices. On demand, which is a fixed price. Okay, you pay that price and you have that instance always available, belongs to you. And then you have the spot price, also that instance available to you, but the difference here is that you're paying kind of the market price. Okay, so you bid a price and then that unit will be available. So if somebody else bid a higher price, or you have needs more units and that person requests more units paying the on-demand price, it's likely probably that your instance will be shut down to give preference to the person that is paying the full price. I have to tell you, most of the time I use this pricing scheme, and it's quite weird when your instance is shut down automatically. But as we're going to use OpenFOAM, you know that you always save the solution, so you have the option to save the solution and then restart. It's not a problem. So I will show you a little bit the prices here. So as you click here, you will get access to all the pricing options. So you can use different operating systems and versions of Linux. So we're going to play with the generic one, Linux. And look at here that, for instance, the full price, that unit you will pay something like 3.5 US dollar per hour, which is really affordable, will be something about 10 cents. Okay, so it's extremely affordable. And see here all the prices, and those prices, by the way, change according to the region where your data center is located. So here we were looking at Ohio. For historical reasons, I use a lot of Oregon. Okay, but probably right now it's not giving the best prices, but you just need to play around to look for the best prices. So I know that, for instance, London is a relative new data center, and they're giving really good prices. So just play around, looking for the prices. So these are the full prices. For instance, if you look at the spot pricing, and this is where things become crazy. Prices are really low. So for instance, in London region, that instance is something 45 cents that you will pay. The price per core will be, for this instance, will be something like 1 cent. It's really low. And then, for instance, this one is even lower the price. So as you see, you need to play around, see which is the option that is best for you. Okay, and then, but again, remember, you have documentation as well. This is, as I told you, there are many options, many things to do. So if you're interested in the EC2 options, just to launch just computing nodes, you come here and then you will have all the options. Okay, here what you can do, how to administer everything and set up your instance. So that is just a brief introduction, the options available. So let's connect and launch an instance and show you how to do stuff. By the way, you need to create an account. If you created the account for the first time, you will get access they will give you access to a very specific computing node for free for 12 months, so you will have time to play around a little bit. Okay, so I will log in here. As soon as you log in, you will get access to their portal. And this is what you will have. So you go here in services and you can choose what you want to do. So in this case, we want to use EC2, the computing option. We run here. And this is where you launch. So as you see, you have many options, so I won't talk about that one. That is up to you. Read the documentation, play a little bit. So also remember that you can choose your region, as I told you, for historical reasons. I work in this one. Okay, I have all my images and everything installed here. So to launch an instance, just click here. And then you need to choose your operating system. Okay, so as you see, you have this option. So you have this default options here. You can choose what you want to use. So in this case, let's go to the community image, Amazon machine image, and let's look for our image for OpenFOAM. So look at here that there are many images and many operating systems. So we use OpenSUSE, and these guys use Ubuntu, so it's up to you. So let's use this image. Okay, I updated this one yesterday, so this is revision 6. Okay, so we have OpenFOAM, Python. We use this application No Machine to do remap desktop. So I'm going to show you also how to have the graphical desktop. You need to install the server there, so we have done everything already. So you select here, then you pass and do the configuration. And see here, as I told you, the first time you log in, they will give you this instance for free, so you can play around with that one for 12 months. In this case, let's use this instance, a virtual CPU for physical cores. Okay, so let's see how much we're going to pay for this one. So remember, you always have the prices. There are no hidden prices here. So I'm going to use the on-demand price and the full price. So this is the one I would like to use. So I'm going to pay something 43 cents per hour. To have a relative good unit, you have 32 gigs of memory, 8 processors, virtual CPUs. Okay, so will be this unit here. Okay, so you can click here, review and launch, or you can go step by step and configure your unit. So you have here many options available. I won't go into detail, but for instance, you want to launch more than one instance, just put there whatever you want to launch. And if you want to request a spot instance, also you have the option here. So I won't talk about spot instances. Also that requires you to know a little bit how things are done there. Then we go to storage. You can add storage. By default, this image that we have is 30 gigs. It's a big one because we have many applications installed there. Okay, it's not just the server, the small application. We have many things there, but it's highly advisable to add another volume. Okay, because this volume that you have here is not persistent. Okay, as soon as you switch off terminate your instance, you will lose the information. So if you are saving your simulation or whatever here, you will lose that information if you don't get it locally. So instead, if you add a new volume, that information will be saved in this volume, and that volume, it is persistent. Your information will be always stored there. Yes, you need to pay for that storage, but the price is really low. You can check in the page for prices. But I'm going to add that new volume later. We're going to show you how to do it because it requires some knowledge how to administer Linux. So then you go to more options, And here's where you set up the security, okay? How we're opening the SSH port, this port 22 is just to allow communication, but also I will open a new port here, okay? So I will open the port 4000 because using this port I will do the remote desktop using no machine, okay? And anywhere and review and launch, okay? So I'm ready. They give you some warnings or later, and this is your setup. Click here, launch, and now to have more security, also Amazon will ask you for a key, okay? A key that you need to put in your computer, and then when you connect, you need to exchange information between this key and what Amazon have also in store. So let's create a new key pair that is only belongs to you. It's a personal key pair, so I will call it my new key. Remember, you need to know where you put this key, because if you move to another computer, you need to carry this key. Download the key, okay, I save and launch instance. Okay, at this point I click here, view instance, and I will go back to this portal here and see here that I'm launching my terminal, and this is basically turning on a computer somewhere in a data center that is located in US in Oregon. Okay, so here we can play a little, we can wait a little bit while this becomes available. So remember, you're attaching a new hard drive, loading the operating system, everything. So it will take some time. Probably sometimes it's really fast, sometimes can take 2-3 minutes, but it's not that long. See that already I think it's available. So to connect, we need to use SSH. Here I'm running Windows, so I have this client. I will use this client, and also I will launch No Machine. I will show you how to connect using No Machine. This software is free also for personal use, so you look for this one and then download it. And also this mobile extra is also free for personal use, so you can download it as well. It's a really nice SSH client. Okay, so at this point I think it is running. See that you have a lot of information here, and you see that you have a public IP address. So this is the address that we're going to use to connect to that instance. So to connect to that instance, see here that you have this basic instruction, okay? So you have the option to use the web browser, okay? Or you can use your standalone client. We're going to use the standalone client. Okay, so remember that it is extremely important to know where that key is located. So if I will recall, now it should be in downloads. Okay, so where is downloads? I don't see that action. So let's do something. I will copy that key to my desktop. So I go here, downloads, my key, okay, and desktop. Okay, I will put in the desktop and desktop. And remember, there is a first step here that you need to change the permissions. That one, you just do it once, you change it, and now you just copy and paste this. Okay, you copy and paste this, put it here, and now we connect to the unit. See that, and voila, we're in the instance. And basically here, this is working in a Linux. So if you know how to use Linux, basically is that you have everything installed there. Remember here, when you log in using the terminal, you are always the root. Okay, so here you are the root. So be careful, because you can change the system. And here you have some basic instructions. So remember, you log in, then you change the user to CFD, then you can run there and do your simulation, whatever there is. So you have OpenFOAM there installed, you have Python, Anaconda, you have Python 2 and 3 installs, which there are many applications. You have the code app, AWS, whatever install. So just play around with that. For instance, I will change to the CFD user. And here we are. So the folder is already created there, so you can access the tutorials there. So it's up to you to play around. So now I will show you how to connect, do the remote desktop connection. So something important in this instruction, look at here that you have how to log in with no machine. If you create a new key, this step you need to do it always. Okay, so you need to let the computer know that you are connected using your credentials. So as a root, just copy and paste this line. Okay, so if you create a new key, remember to always do that one, to do this step. If you have that key, that one is already, let's say, in this database, so you need to do it again. But if you are having problems connecting using this remote desktop, it's likely probably that you need to do this. Okay, so now we need to connect. So here I have already something configured, but I need to give the right address. So see here that we need to put the address. So this is the address of that unit. Put the new address here. Remember that I opened the port 4000. Here it is open because this service NX use the port 4000. And also be careful that we have the advanced options, and we need to let know that we're using a private key. And that private key, it is located here. Okay, see that you give it the location, the path. And at this point, we are ready to go. Okay, so click here, connect. Yes. So when you connect using the remote desktop, you will connect only as the CFD user. Okay, it won't ask you the password. Okay, I disabled that password for login here. Okay, and at this point everything's done. Okay, and voila, here you are. This is you see that now we can log in as the CFD user. And remember, the password is CFD1234. Log in, and you will have your remote desktop. So look at here that everything that computer is somewhere in the world, and we're accessing that desktop for our computer. Remember, here in the welcome message you have the password. So just take a time, read here, and you will get some basic options that what you can do. So we have here, and at this point it's even more comfortable. Now here is just click, you have the graphical interface, so everything is already enabled here. So you need to set up anything here. So for instance, you can open Firefox, and you can use Firefox, and you can navigate internet in the usual way. You can open your terminal, okay, and you can do your typical operation, whatever you do in the terminal. So see that you have and then you go, so you have access to internet, everything as in a normal computer, so nothing changed. So if I click here, let me open the Explorer, see that normal Explorer, but always you have here this read me first, remember, and then you can have the same instructions there. So read here and you will see what you can do there. So just to run OpenFOAM, you type OF, we have the path, okay, you load the environment, okay, and for instance I want to load Anaconda 3, okay, because I have there installed Python, and at this point we're ready to run. I'll type run. We are going to run a small tutorial, the typical driven cavity, okay. So I guess so this is nothing new, I just run in the instance, Amazon instance, cavity. So here I am, block mesh, so sometimes it takes a while to run. It's not a problem. We have the mesh. I will run in parallel. I will decompose. So I have 4 processors, and I will do as I have Python plot runner, and I will use MPI run mp4 minus mp4 . Okay, I launch my simulation and I hope it will run. I think everything is installed. Okay. Let me close this. And see that you have the remote desktop, but also and here connected in the terminal, and you can see that the CFD user is connecting and connecting as a root. So here we have the simulation, it run in parallel using Python. Okay, so at this point we should have results. So for instance, to do the visualization, let's use Python minus built-in to access the solution parallel. So as you see, there is nothing different to run in your local computer. The only thing is that launch your instance, you need an image with everything installed, and if you want to have the remote desktop, you need to launch in that image the service. Okay, so let's see it. Okay, here we are, apply, and this is crazy fast. As you see, this is all done using remote visualization. Okay, as you see that it's kind of working real time. I want to access the compose. So this is the solution. Remember, everything is remote. We have that instance somewhere else in the world. And you can do your normal post-processing, everything you can do it in the usual way. So if you have this data, you can download it using an FTP, for instance, using MOLA. I have FTP here already somewhere. Sessions. So I have FTP and I can just go to that CFD user and download my files locally, or you can use any client. Okay, it's up to you. So I would do some cleaning here, but doesn't matter. I would. Okay, so that was running OpenFOAM, launching the instance. So now I will show you how to attach a new hard drive to this instance. So this, as I told you, this requires some knowledge about Linux terminal, but I will give you the basic steps. So we go back to our portal here, and to add a new volume, you see here you have elastic block store. So you go into volumes. We have this volume, the one where we have our image, operating system, but I want to create a new volume. Okay, you click here, create, you give it any size, it's up to you. So if we choose a small one, I don't need much space. Important, you need to have that volume in the same region where you have this image. Okay, from time to time you can have sub-regions. So I'm here in West 2B, so you have to be careful. Okay, so use 2B 10 and create. So I am adding a new volume, and I hope it will become available soon. So here you have it, okay? It is available, okay? But it is not formatted, and it is not attached to my instance. So that is our next step. We need to attach it to our instance, and then we need to access, mount it, and format. So look at that. Here you have right click, by the way, and then attach volume, and I want to attach this volume to this instance that is already running. I will give it a device name, so I know that is located SDF attach. And now this is just like plugging a USB hard drive to your computer. It is being attached to that one, and now your data in this volume, it is persistent. Okay, later we're going to switch off the instance. This hard drive won't be available anymore, but this one will be available. All your data is stored here. So you can imagine that you can just share this hard drive between instances. So all the data can be stored here, will be your common area. So now this one is available. Okay, so let's go to the terminal here, and here we need to do some new steps. So for instance, if I want to know the devices are available in the instance, I can type lslvk and see here. Remember that I mounted in df I put it in SDF. See here that it is available. It's 10 gigs. It is already available, but I need to, at this point, mount it. First, I need to format this unit. So to format this unit, okay, first, for instance, you want to check if this unit has been already formatted. You can use this option, okay? So the device name, it is this one, VDF, okay? There is no data, it hasn't been formatted. So to format this unit, we go like this. I will use this one, def. Okay, it is formatted. Let's go here. You see that now I have my file system there, and at this point, the next step will be just mount this unit somewhere there. So, for instance, okay, I will mount the unit in, well, first, okay, I will mount it there, and if I go to NNT, you see that the unit has been mounted there, and then I can create a new folder here for the user CFD, and now here I will put my data. So I will show you now how to work here. So something important, as I told you, you need to know how to administer Linux a little bit. So see that I created, and this folder is available for the root, but I need to give access to the CFD user. So to change the attributes of that directory, we go like this. The group is users, and then it's this one. Okay, so see that now this folder belongs to the CFD user. Now the CFD user can put their files there. So if I go like this, okay, and now see that I am the CFD user, and this directory belongs to me, as you see here. So I can create new files there and work there. Okay, so I can do touch txt, touch Okay, you have your file there, and also you have access to those files there. So you go here to your graphical, to your remote desktop, you NNT. So you have that one, that is your folder. Okay, so remember that is an external hard drive that you can plug in there and you can share information. So all your information, it is persistent from this point on. So for instance, let's run here a new tutorial. So for instance, I will go here. Okay, so I will copy the cavity tutorial. Okay, I will copy here just to show you that there is no problem. And you go CFD, that one it is. Okay. Okay, pass here, copy here. So I go here. So again, you just run it in the usual way, nothing changed. Now I'm running serial. Okay, I will launch Paraphone. Okay, and see that you work in the usual way. Okay, you go here, you see that you have your data there. So what I'm going to show you is now I will go back here. I have this hard drive. Remember, I told you this is persistent. So you can come here, detach. What I'm doing now is detaching this hard drive there. It's not anymore available in this unit. So, okay, oops, okay, let me log in again. So if I go to okay, I still have it. Okay, it is unplugging this one. Okay, it's not there. That's it. Okay, so force. Okay, let me. It still is attached, this unit. So that is in use. Okay, so just to end it here, so all your data is persistent, has been saved there. Here, let me close this one, just click there, nothing changed. So at this point, is you go here, you come here. To stop the unit, you come here, right click. Okay, so be careful. In this case, I have the option stop. Stop, you will stop that unit, okay? But the unit will be running, okay? Still is available for you, but you won't pay anymore, okay? You just pay when the unit is running, okay? But you will pay for the storage, for those 30 gigs of operating system that you have there. So you click terminate, you switch it off, you don't pay anymore. So this is, you want to switch it off, terminate, you want to stop, not to pay, but you want to keep that data and stuff. This option is also only available for on-demand computing. On-demand pricing is you use spot pricing. This is not available. The only option is just terminate it. Okay, so in this case, I will terminate it. Okay, and look at that. It's telling you that the root volume, the one where you have the operating system, the data is terminated, it's deleted, it's not persistent. But in the other volume, okay, my data will still be available. Okay, so I terminate it here, shutting down. You go here in volumes, you will see that this volume, okay, this one, you see that it is available, it's not connected anymore. This one, okay, will be erased soon when this unit is shut down. But then, for instance, if, okay, you see that now this one is deleting, okay, so all the information that you have there will be erased, but here you have your information that is persistent, okay. So now as you launch a new unit, you just plug in this volume, you access your data, we know what we have it there, and you just keep running, okay? And this can be shared between computers. So you pay, remember, you pay for this storage, but it's as you know, you can get the storage is really low. Okay, so I hope you found this useful. That this was just a short introduction to this universe of Amazon EC2. You will get lost here with all the options that you have available. So see that then this volume you can reuse it and reuse it and put more data. You can grow this volume as well. So in this case, I'm not going to use it anymore. Use delete. So now I'm losing that data. Okay. So thank you very much for your attention, and well, soon also I will create a new video just to show you also how to create a small cluster. So here we run in parallel in one instance, we'll create a new one just to show you how to create, for instance, 8 instances, connect those instances and run in parallel using 64 processor, I don't know, whatever is available according to your instance. Okay, thank you very much. Bye.